Do it.
There we go. So last we left off, you guys entered the plane of dreams. You at first found yourself lying in a field near Levy's childhood home, and it was soft and cheerful, and frankly, very dreamlike. Upon entering the home, the building itself seemed to be bigger on the inside, and taking on a more Mahaba style architecture um and building as it led to a hallway. From there, you guys went into a grand room with shining windows and long dining room table where you each found someone that you recognize sitting at the table and apparently having a dinner party. In dream logic, they all seem to know each other and were talking to one another. And you're trying to figure out a way to break the dreamscape of this particular part of your shared vision. When someone happened to finally take an action that could be perceived as aggressive towards one of the dinner guests, and she responded by paralyzing two of you. A commotion broke out. Everyone started fighting each other, and then several of you started trying to break the window. When the window was finally broken, you all were sucked through into the spacey landscape. And for a moment, you all were just out there among the stars before you all found yourselves in the woods. It's raining, clearly cold, and you can all, except for Hawk, see your breath, but none of you can feel the chill. There's an elvish woman with long strawberry blonde hair tied back in a braid, and she has her bow drawn, but it's not pointed at any of you. She looks back at you guys and kind of lowers the string to press a slender finger to her lips to tell you to be quiet. She points towards the clearing where you can see a pure white deer with cherry blossom branches growing from its head instead of antlers. She inches forward a little bit and draws her bow. But before she can shoot, an arrow from a different direction sprouts from the deer's neck, killing it instantly. And Rosania curses and she's, "No, I was so close." And as you all watch, Esmeralda walks out of the shrubs on the other side of it with her own short bow, despite the fact that none of you have ever seen her with a bow. She tended to use a rapier more in combat, and I think once or twice she might have used her crossbow. It's at this point that Rosania stomps forward and starts to argue with her. With the gist of the conversation going, Rosania explaining that she's been tracking this thing for weeks. And Esmeralda saying, "Well, you should have gotten there first," basically. Glancing the way of the dead deer on the ground, you can all see that it's no longer a deer, but instead a dead owl bear.
Tobias sees the owl bear and he's just like, okay.
Valk lifts her hammer and it's just like, are we getting out of this one the same way as the last one?
Let's see if there's a more easier way out than through fighting. So I guess yes, in the last one where Demir broke the window.
Yeah, I'm not sure everyone was on board with having to do that.
Well, at the very least, we now have an idea of how to force these scenarios forward. It seems like we can maybe get through them without having to fight anyone else.
Alicia's like pissed and kicking snow. The paralysis is worn off, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. So, yeah.
Tobias will give him a sympathetic hand on the shoulder. He's like, I understand. I do this crap.
I didn't even get to have either an answer or a solid hit on her.
I suppose that means we just have to find her in real life. I'll make sure you get your hidden.
Question for the DM: how are spells working?
Whatever spells you you cast previously are still expended.
Okay.
I wish you could have had just a moment more back there. I don't think I would have gotten an answer either, but there was something I wanted to ask.
Why did you have to
Don't
do
know
that,
that-
Lish?
Why did I have to do what?
Start a fight.
I didn't
Embarrass us like that.
I didn't start anything.
None of us knew that the guests would react like that. Lish
You
didn't
grabbed
know.
her.
It's a fucking dream. And it's a very weird one at that. We still don't know the rules. How this all works, what we do, how it affects it. I admit it's better to not, or I admit that Demir's right, that it's better to not aggravate the people that we meet in the off chance that something like that happens again, but I can understand where this was coming from.
Hey, yo, DM, can I make an Arcana check?
What are you trying to check?
You know, if any of this dream stuff is really gonna, like, I guess, possibly bite us in the ass. Like the socios, like political anything is gonna bite us in the ass when we're out here.
Roll an Arcana check.
So, because like Levy is sitting here like, my sister would never attack me like that. That wasn't them for realsies, but you know. Why did I roll 2? Jesus Christ. Okay. two signals. I just pulled my entire self out of hunting down those little fairy things. It was very important. It was gonna haunt me for the rest of the day if I didn't do it. So that's gonna be a total of 24.
So typically when you have a dream about someone else, it won't affect anything in real life. I mean, you're pretty sure that I mean, it wasn't somehow a shared dream with your sister or with Amida or with Jamie or anyone else. It's a dream. These are people you all know,
they're
with
just dream
varying level
creatures.
of care about them, but they are fragments of your own psyche.
This just in, dreams aren't real.
Levy's gonna kind of clear her throat and go, now I know it feels real, because I mean we're really here, but I mean that wasn't really them. That was just them from up here, from us. That wasn't.
I know.
That
So
was whatever we were ever gonna make of it, and it went that way.
Which means none of them are going to be able to have answers
No.
for anything we want to know.
Nothing that we don't already know.
Mm-mm.
Because there's no way that Jamie would have known that he died.
I mean, dreams are our subconscious, so. I mean, if anything, we would have found. If anything, they would have just told us about the messy innards of ourselves, and that's about it.
These beings are your interpretations psychologically of people you have encountered. More or less.
They were just exactly what we thought they were. What we think of the real versions of them that we know in person.
So we want to stay cordial, so we don't have to fight anyone. We don't have to, but not much point talking to them otherwise, I guess.
Not entirely. I mean, it's not a bad thing to confront oneself.
It's at this
Always.
point that Rosania and Esmeralda start working together to try to harvest the owl bear.
Does the owlbear have wings, or is it just a wild owlbear with none?
Just your standard owl bear.
Lisha's gonna start kind of huffily looking around for a path, a trail, window, corridor, something that indicates forward.
Okay.
Tobias will help with that because he doesn't want to watch the owlbear get gutted and skinned.
Roll you can each roll a survival check, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I've got a +4.
Sorry, I forgot where my tabs were. I have a +5 to survival.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Tobias, do not fuck this up. Okay. Okay. The second one was a nat 20 +5, so 25.
All right.
That's the best I've rolled in weeks.
You're able to find what seems to be a deer trail of some sort. Do you follow it?
All right, just noting it down. Tobias will let the party know, hey, I found a deer trail. Should we potentially follow it?
This kind of nods and
And says, yeah, let's make like a deer. He's gonna go over.
Hawk sort of just meanders over to the trail as well.
All right. So you start walking down the path.
Do we want to be splitting the party?
No, Samir is following
Ideally
the
not.
deer trail, so
Yeah, Lish will hold out his hand to Demir if she'll wants to take it.
he doesn't. She's just gonna walk.
Falk herding the party like cats. Bye.
Levy's just going along like she's in her element, man. Like literally.
Okay.
She's
Did
just happy to
Demir
be
say?
here.
Did Demir say she didn't take Lish's hand? Or did?
Yeah, she didn't take his hand. She just walked off. on
Tobias
the trail.
will offer his own for Lish.
Damn, these bitches gay.
Damn, these bitches be gay.
Good for them. Good for them.
Okay. So you start walking down the deer trail. And as you walk, you notice that the trees seem proportionally larger. Not in like a fey sort of way necessarily. It's as if you're getting smaller. And as you look around, you realize you all seem to be younger. If you would all care to describe yourselves as more or less what you would look like the equivalent for your race at the age of 10.
Hawk doesn't change.
He wouldn't.
Or he becomes like origami from the paper designs.
He's just a pile of blueprints in the snow.
No, he's literally already 10.
Just like a handful of deers.
You all still have your memories, but you just appear to be younger.
Everyone's shrinking around Hawk. He's just like, what's going on?
Lish's beard gone. No beard. I mean, his hair is still just as long, but definitely small little guy. I actually kind of may have a picture for this.
I feel like Levy's like a whole 4.5 feet tall. Really fucking scrawny and has like a bowl cut.
Oh no!
Otherwise, a lot paler too. I feel like she's a lot paler. Not quite the farmer's tan.
Toby, yoink!
Shrink ray.
Tobias is. How tall did you say Levy was?
Like 4.5 feet tall.
Shit, how tall are fucking 10-year-olds anyway?
I don't know. I just felt like
What
she
is
was
a
short for
child?
her age.
To
A
the
miserable pile
internet.
of secrets, but enough talk.
Basically, Tobias is scrawny like Levy, but perhaps a little scrawnier than you'd all expect. He'd probably be just a little bit shorter, too. Definitely a kind of runt of the litter situation. His hair isn't as long. It's probably goes more down to maybe about to his chin or slightly shorter. It's a lot scruffier. It's like a mop of hair on his head. His bangs cover his eyes a lot more because they haven't grown out. His features aren't as pronounced, like he doesn't have his broad shoulders or anything like that. He looks tiny and pathetic. That's the way to put it.
Wet cat, wet cat, wet cat.
I love this little man.
And I think his skin would probably be a little more tan than it is now, since he would be out in the sun more. Are they wearing their armor and stuff? It's just shrunk down
No.
with them?
No,
Oh, they're wearing their clothing?
wearing the clothes that you would have worn when you were 10.
Then Tobias is just wearing very plain, kind of cheap or like really handmade kind of clothing. Like it fills its role, but that's it. Obviously his beard
Aaron's-
is dead, so she's gone.
He didn't have a beard as a 10-year-old's.
Aaron's just shocked. He's like, what?
I had one when I was 10. No, go
Liz
ahead,
did.
sorry.
He's- no, you're fine. Aaron's a lot rounder. He's got, still some meat back to his cheek, and he's more well-fed than he's been recently. All of his facial scarring is gone. His eyes are shining bright. About as bright as when he's like trying to put them on. They're just naturally at that right now. And his hair is a little shorter than it is right now. And it's not put up in a ponytail, so it's just all hanging loose around his shoulders. And he is shirtless. No scarring through there. And just a pair of loose pants. And he usually has like a woven bracelet or two on his hands. But as a little 10-year-old, his arms are just covered in little bracelets. And he looks less worried and worn in the face, but definitely still a lot of more like concentration marks on his face than the abject worry he has as an adult.
So Demir has just this mane of curly long hair. And it goes it looks like it's never been cut her whole life. Like it's so long and just like a little uncontrolled, especially under the she has like a veil pinned to her head, but it's not containing any of those curls. And she is wearing a gold embroidered red velvet dress that just it for a 10-year-old it really looks like something you shouldn't put a 10-year-old in, because it looks like it's worth a lot of money. The gold embroidery is very fine along all the edges, and there's floral patterns going up the side, and long baggy pants underneath that are tapered in at the ankles and also feature embroidery. And the veil that she is wearing also it's ridiculous. There is so much decoration on this little child. And she has golden bangles on her wrist, and heavy jewelry on her neck, and there's some like gold coins that have been embroidered into her veil. And just like a very fancy looking child. But she is kind of on the scrawnier side. And a little like her limbs are a little too big for her little body. Like she hasn't quite grown evenly yet. And just like a kind of like probably a normalish looking child, but just stuck in that awkward phase of adolescence. And like when Zamir like gets a look at herself, she's like, oh.
I know we have the memories. Do we have the demeanors of adults or demeanors of kids?
I would say the demeanors of kids, but ultimately it's your role-playing choice.
Yes. Anyway, so Valk has a wee bean. So she's about this big around, but like 5'5", so like head and shoulders taller than everyone else.
Except for
Because
Hawk, who's still
except
like
for Hawk,
normal
of course,
size.
who doesn't age. But yeah, so whereas when she has her wings out normally, they're very like well maintained and like perfectly sleeked. There's foo. And she's in like very, very obviously hand-me-down, ultra-worn, like leather training armor with like a wooden club on her hip. And for those of you paying attention, she has a small book tucked in her, like the back of her pants. And then like when she looks around and like she kind of has this grimace on her face, but you can see that her predatory teeth aren't as hidden as she usually does when she's wings out, and you can see braces on them. And just the beginning of pimpling on her chin. The poor child.
Hawk, your changes would be more within the clothing. So would you like to describe what sort of clothing you would have worn when at your father's house?
Oh. Well, much to even his surprise, whereas normally he's covered head to toe in cloth and sort of like a piecemeal leather armor, not only is that missing, but his mask is as well. And instead of proper clothing, there is instead, what we say would be the house colors of Jamie's family. I think like maybe red or something.
Red and dark purple, I'll say.
Yeah. He's got a large red sash from his right shoulder to his left hip, and a smaller purple band inside. Perhaps there's a little bit of gold embroidery, but nothing near as extravagant as Demir's like ballroom style dress. Maybe not ballroom style, but other than that, being a mechanical being, he doesn't exactly have anything that needs to be covered up. So instead, just like most of you would remember from the day after Tasha's caravan, but since I was gonna say, all of his like chassis is completely bared, and it's very skeletal in form. But rather than teeth and like a jawbone, there's just simply a metal plate. In some areas, particularly around, like between the joints, There are some exposed gears, but not sticking out so much that they would catch on anything.
So, what do you all do? You are all children, and you seem to be deep in the woods somewhere.
I do have a quick question. Is Lish look like Faye? His Faye?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. he looks properly like himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he does have wings? No? Yes? Oh shit.
Oh no.
This small little man with pitch black beetle eyes. His ears are still about the same length, but he's got this 4-pair dragonfly wings out of his back. And his skin just looks like super, like pearly, like a little, just that tiny bit of like opalescent to his skin. I mean, once Lish realizes he has wings, he's gonna like kind of freak out a little bit and see if he can fly.
You can fly in a very limited way. There are many branches, so you wouldn't want to do anything stupid. But you can hover above the ground a little bit.
He's gonna hover a little bit and like do like a giddy little spin in the air, and then land back again, and just kind of looks at Demir like so pleased.
She had that moment of like, oh, like looking down at herself and then looking up at him like, oh. And she's been kind of staring a little bit, and when he lands in front of her, she like startles and is like, hi.
Hi.
Everyone's clapping, yeah.
They probably match a little bit better because she's wearing all of her rich Marhabi clothes and he's wearing like yellows and reds.
Demir like does a little circle around him. She kind of jingles a little when she moves. Like it's actually like a little like when you put a bell on a cat. And she like does a little circle around him and like looking at him fayish again. And when she comes around to his front, she's just do you think we can go flying?
He kind of like looks at how tall he is and is a little certain.
Let's go. And Demir's going to grab his hand and like look around the woods and see if there's like a clearing or anything that I can find.
Roll perception check.
All right. Do I have to check what I'm rolling? Okay. Ooh, that's like a 24, I want to say. Let me do some math. 24.
There are no clearings, unfortunately. It is a very dense wood.
Lish will kind of grasp her by either the forearms or the waist, probably push his hands down to her forearms and kind of like spiral around and kind of like lift her feet off the ground.
That like she just like joyfully giggles and like kind of holds on to him, but also like spins her like feet a little off the ground, like
Lish is kind of looking around at everybody, kind of his eyes seem like wider and less concerned as usual, but he has still got that inspection quality to his look as he kind of like looks all of you guys over.
Tobias will appear a lot more nervous. And does Hawk have Hawk's the tallest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he hasn't changed. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
he doesn't physically age, so he's still as tall as he was. He's just in, early childhood clothing.
Yeah. When Lish lets go of Tobias's hand, to go over to Demir, Tobias will fucking zip over to Hawk and just be basically sticking like glue to his legs and like staring very nervously out in the woods.
Hawk sort of like physically withdrawn in himself, like that feeling when like you're in a public pool or something. He feels like that. He's gotten so used to wearing like long clothes that being in literally just a sash, he can't exactly be naked, but he feels naked.
This is the most naked we've seen Hawk, right?
No, you have seen him more naked.
When did we see him in anything
After Tasha's.
less than a sash?
Yeah.
I don't remember that naked.
It was a long time ago. At this point,
Good.
anyway.
Seeing all the Hawk bits.
But yeah,
Lish Owen again.
anytime that anyone looks at Valk, you can kind of see her try to like shrink back, head down, just like, don't notice me, don't notice me, don't notice me, don't notice me.
Lish is gonna probably like flit over to everybody and kind of like hover. He like when he walks, he kind of like hovers at every couple steps as he's like going up to everybody and kind of doing circles around them and back to Demir.
Levy, for her part, looks fucking mortified. Fucking mortified. She's like raking her hands through like the little hair that she has now. And like she's in like the rural, it's like a more ill-fitting version of what she was wearing like when you guys met her. But there's like no vest, no nothing, that like it's so baggy on her, like she's trying to like drown her physical form in it, or like a kid wearing their dad's like clothing. And she looks, like I said, mortified, and she kind of starts trailing after Tobias towards Hawk, and she's kind of looking around because like our DM said that they had all their memories as an adult. And she's kind of like, okay, like, she's recontextualizing herself really quick. And when Lish comes up to her and is all happy with his fucking wings and looking all fey and shit, she manages the shakiest little smile for him. Like, she's happy for him, but dear God, what the fuck is happening?
The path continues forward.
Roll perception check.
Sorry to interrupt you, Dove. Please.
When Lish flits over to Aaron, he's gonna go, Lish?
Kind of quirks at you.
If where we are is capable of changing what we look like, and there are creatures out here who can decide to look like people we know, we should probably come up with a passphrase or something to be sure the people we're talking to are still our real friends.
That is a good idea. How it comes from our minds, though, doesn't it? Wouldn't the dreams also know the password?
We have to keep the
Oh.
password unpredictable then. It has to be a spontaneous signal. So we can we can figure out like a series of moves or something like that. And it's random so that they can't predict it.
Perhaps it can be a dance.
Have you ever done this dance engineer does like a little like our hobby like or this one, which is from the seaside. You know, I've never been to the seaside before. It's like this and you
Aaron is very earnestly trying to follow everything Demir is doing.
I'll have you both roll performance checks.
Oh. You know, I am a bard, but you know what I don't have as what I'm not trained in? Performance.
Oh my god.
That's okay. That's 16 for me.
That's a 15 here.
Erin, you're able to mimic the dance pretty well, actually.
We'll keep it spontaneous. Just know it's a dance.
Exactly.
Anyone looks at you like suspiciously, just start dancing.
I got an 11 on my perception.
I mean, there are little breaks in the trees closer to the ground that you could potentially follow. Valk, what are you doing?
So like you could see her just like it like physically hurts her to draw attention to herself, but she's like, but if the dreams know everything that we do, wouldn't they know to dance?
Oh. I guess you're right.
I have an idea. Only one of us can know what the secret thing is, so nobody else knows what the secret thing is.
That doesn't make any sense.
At which point, Valk wanders around like picking up rocks, and then you could hear her like mutter a spell, and like is trying to hide it in her hand, and walks up to every person and like is like super secretly putting something in everyone's pocket.
Yeah, okay.
Like Skyrim reverse pickpocket, just like puts.
Riddle me
Lish is,
this.
like,
Riddle
Lish
me
is
this,
trying to like
okay.
get under her feathers.
Riddle me this, Asimar boy. What pockets?
Yeah, so Valk does every person, and at which point you can see a little glow coming out of your pocket. And then she gets to Hawk, and she's just kind of like, and just hands it to him and runs.
Go for it, Erin.
I was gonna say, and as at last resort, they got weird when Lish attacked them. So worst case scenario, just a little friendly punch to see whether or not they start attacking you back.
I'd
Control the
rather we
trees.
didn't start a fight. but-
Tobias visibly, like, he had stiffened when Aaron had first mentioned creatures in the woods, and then at the mention of giving a friendly punch, Tobias just shrank down even further. He's like, no.
Ladies don't punch.
Guys,
Val just
super
kinda-
Guys, really quick. I don't have the time to type this out. There is currently a giant broken mirror on my floor upstairs because my cat is insane. I need to go
Oh,
clean that up.
Jesus. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
Luck.
Jeez.
Stay safe.
Oh my god.
Gotta love cats.
7 years bad luck for a bug.
The second cat destroyed mirror in the last couple months.
Oof. Yeah, you're right. Bo did the same thing.
You better
broke a
keep an eye
mirror.
on that one then.
Wait, did I just accidentally do an Inception totem for everyone? That's not even where the idea came from. The
Now-
child.
Oh, he's so small.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw the baby list we got posted in the chat.
um Tobias, what were you doing?
He is completely silent, basically immediately went to stand by Hawk. He has like a hand on his leg, not enough to inhibit movement, but just like keep him close. And he is constantly just like eyes scanning the tree line.
Okay, roll perception check.
Oh boy. If I can read, Jesus. A 9.
A 9. Okay, you don't see anything. But all at the same moment, you guys experience the feeling of being watched by something.
Tobias appears more afraid and anxious and attempts to hide behind Hawk. But it's kind of hard when it feels like you're being watched from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hawk sort of like reaches down and like reassuringly pats Toby on the shoulder and says like, remember, you're still you. And I don't know why everyone appears younger, but we're still us.
Tobias
we
just
are-
kind of gives a small whimper in response.
Falk gangles over, just like, I got this, robot boy. And by the blessing of Tyr, may you have bravery. And just donk, like very aggressively karate chops your shoulder. And here, have heroism for a minute.
What? What is heroism? What the fuck is heroism?
It's a spell that makes you immune to fear.
It's what I did on Levy to help them with their panic attack earlier. And now you have supernatural bravery.
Oh boy. Thanks. I hope that helps against his PTSD.
Well, you got a bit of it feeling better before it wears off. Hopefully it's enough to get yourself out of your own head.
Rin had looked really chagrined when when Demir responded to his plan. Was just kind of, like sinking in, looking down. You'd get the impression that he'd dim his eyes, but he hasn't figured out how to do that yet. When the watched feeling comes in, he immediately like straightens himself up and is like pushing himself into a normal position, and says, "Should we keep going then? It seems like that's what we should do."
We should probably keep going, yes.
Val
And Aaron's
kind
gonna
of
start power walking
leans
off.
over to Aaron and go, "Psst,
Valk,
your
yes.
wings, your wings."
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
So, just
He-
as a reminder, you can only do that once a day.
Yeah. He's gonna start like reaching to his back and just like feeling around there and be like, oh, probably, yeah. You're right. But it's not the time for wings now.
Just thumbs up and just slinks back away.
Aaron also looks
No.
intensely embarrassed.
But yeah, so like awkward antisocial Valk that we all know and love is an improvement over this creature.
She's doing her best.
Just totally doing
Demir-
that little kid thing where they stand in the corner of the room being quiet, trying not to startle you, but is just being fucking creepy.
Little Demir is just going to take Lisha's hand and just start walking. Like she knows no fear. She's just going for it.
Just swinging hands.
Basically, yeah.
All right. So as you all continue on, the terrain gets rougher. You guys find that you have to clamber over things more than you did before. And it's not just due to most of you, your smaller sizes. There are lots of fallen logs and branches and thick underbrush, and the feeling of being watched does not go away. It gets more intense.
Can I do a vibe check to see what direction it's coming from?
A vibe check.
I don't know, insight?
Roll for vibes.
Roll for vibe check.
Perception check.
I got a whole 10.
Seems to be coming from everywhere.
Has that minute of heroism worn off?
At this point, probably.
Yeah.
Tobias is back to being fucking nervous as shit. He has yet to say a word.
Okay.
Aaron is like marching on forwards, and then every few seconds, like looks back, realizes he's going ahead of the group, and just like stands there for a few seconds until everyone catches up to him, and then he power walks off again.
You feel like this presence, whatever it is following you.
Question: none of us have our weapons, do we?
No.
I have a club.
Valk has a club.
Tobias will probably Valk's the one with the weapon. Tobias will probably shift from Hawk to Valk.
Okay.
And
I
just
thought
be
we were-
like,
I thought we were
cowering.
supposed to be attacking things.
Tobias doesn't say shit. He's looking around the woods suspiciously as fuck.
I guess they said we weren't going to attack anything else, but I guess we didn't mention the possibility of something attacking us.
Has
This
Tobias
presence
brought
does
his-
feel angry.
Has Tobias brought his bear friend to the dreaming?
We
At the
did know
mention
that there
of
are
the bear,
owlbears around
Tobias
here.
will start to fucking cry.
Great job, Lish. Great job.
Lish will go to Tobias and be like, Tobias, I'm sorry. Did not mean to upset you. Just kind of like rub your arm.
Tobias seems just inconsolable. He is gonna be crying quietly, not making hardly much noise at all.
Let's go faster, perhaps. Let's keep going.
A good idea.
Evilly.
Aaron
Just
stops
kind of-
stopping and checking if people are with him.
Yeah, like Lish will start kind
Okay.
of pushing everybody to move faster.
So you guys start moving faster through the woods.
Toby's tiny, right?
Yeah, he's probably a little bit shorter than Levy.
At which point Val kind of waves Hawk over and just scoops up Toby and puts Toby up on Hawk's shoulders and be like, you watch.
I think then Hawk's just like sort of like carrying Toby like that as he's like trying to hustle forward.
Tobias just gripping Hawk's arm
Robot head.
that he has up, or his robot head, like just as high as he can, as he's tear-stricken face, just nods vigorously to Valk when she says, "You keep watch."
I can't wait for the moment this all wears off and I'm suddenly bowled over.
So I gotta say, I need art of the party like this.
Childhood group photo.
Yeah, with Hawk just being tall.
Yeah.
All right.
The
So
6 tykes and their guard robot.
As we walk, Lish kind of huffs, looking out up at all the dense tree cover, and kind of makes a comment like, "I wish that our dreams had more open skies."
And a
Considering
dragon
about half of
descends to eat us.
Given that about half of us are forest people, I doubt it.
Oh yeah, Valk seems very awkward walking through the forest. She has training, but not in this yet.
okay. So with this sense of this thing, whatever it is, watching you and stalking you and keeping its eyes on you, you all more or less start running. You have to be careful of all of the foliage on the grounds, and I'd like everyone to make an acrobatics or athletics check.
That's true.
Maybe I shouldn't be rolling that die today. I got a 6.
Okay. Valk, you trip and fall. Lish, what did you get? You're still hovering.
I
Yes.
got a 16. I didn't roll with advantage, but I figure
Okay.
a 16 is all right.
Hawk,
Toby, I'm sorry. I got a 9 on athletics.
you trip and fall.
That's fucking funny because Tobias got a 17 on athletics.
And
So-
let me describe this then. Hawk, you're running and carrying Tobias, and your foot hits a root, and you start sprawling, kind of sending Tobias launching forward off of you. Tobias, you're able to do a roll and catch yourself as you're launched off of Hawk's back.
10.
Probably Tobias being startled by that, he fucking rolls, stunned briefly, and then he's gonna be scrambling to his feet and fucking booking it.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Demir.
I got a 13.
Okay. I don't know if Erin's
Did I
there.
roll?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a 10.
Erin, you're also good.
Hey.
So Valk and Hawk, you two, for the purposes of this, are caught. And you find yourselves once again out in this starry, spacey expanse. You are yourselves again.
Aw, I wanted to do wee baby about doing angel rage.
Literal baby rage.
Everyone else keeps running. It starts raining harder at this point. And you keep running, and you can feel the presence of this thing behind you and stalking you, and it's catching up to you. And it gets to the point where you can practically feel its breath on your guys on the back of your neck. Except when you if you glance back, there's nothing there. Until you all once again find yourselves in that starry expanse. Things shift, and you find yourselves on a beach. You're all yourselves again. You're all adults. You all stand on a beach near a large body of water. You're not sure if it's a lake or an ocean, but the water definitely meets the horizon. And there are 5 strange creatures standing near you. They're vaguely humanoid in shape, but their skin seems to be transparent. They are mostly hollow, save for a strange mist below the surface. And the mist itself is close to a dark silver, but has flashes of purple inside.
Are
Hawk
Hawk
lifts.
and Valk with us?
Yes, everyone is back together now. But they didn't actually experience that terror of being caught in the same way that you guys did, at least.
Demir just kind of like looks around and looks over at the creature. The creatures.
There are 5
Yeah.
of them.
What did they look like?
Humanoid in shape, with transparent skin, no hair or eyes or facial features or anything. Inside, instead of organs, there's the gray mist with flashes of purple.
Is this familiar to anyone?
No.
Not even El Levy, the knower of dreams.
Nope. One of the creatures starts to approach. What's your marching order here?
Maybe Vulcan, Aaron kind of towards the front because they would have been together, probably.
Yeah, Volk's
Yeah.
definitely like weapon like ready to be drawn. Like, okay, are we going here?
Okay.
And just kind of looking at the rest of the people.
Oh no.
Yeah, Aaron too.
All right.
Tobias will be more towards the back like he usually is. He's
Okay.
visibly shaken after that fucking last experience.
I will
Was,
put
uh,
Levy towards the back as well.
Yeah. Was that sensation, like of the party being chased, the breathing down the necks and stuff, was that familiar to Tobias? Had he experienced it
Yes.
before?
Cool. That's nice. Thank you.
So Valk, this creature approaches you in the front and starts to reach towards you. Fingers are long and thin.
I don't
Yeah.
like this.
And I would like you to roll a d10 for me.
A D10.
Mm-hmm.
8.
8.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So as you watch, the mist within this creature sort of shimmers and shines, and this creature before your very eyes shifts into another version of Hawk.
What? Done what?
Eyes.
So there's a hawk on either side of you now.
Valk just kind of continues to draw the weapon, like, what's going on?
Huck, like, who's right behind her because, you know, they enter the same, like, transition period, I guess. Just, like, visibly, like, recoils. Like,
Quick, Hawk, draw the thing I gave you, so I know which one's you.
This one starts to approach you, Erin, and does the same reach towards thing. And I would like you to roll a d10.
Oh God. 2.
2. Okay. Yours turns into Valk.
Wait, what?
Guys.
You got a doppelganger, Volk.
I really don't like this.
whatever you happen to be, is there a point to mimicking us?
I'd like you to roll a d10.
Me?
Yes.
All right. That's a 1.
Yours turns into Jamie.
Oh God, not again.
At least I didn't get any of my trauma people on the list. Or
Well,
otherwise, this would have been instant fight.
That's an assumption.
the other two are just kind of standing back and watching and waiting.
Lucius hanging back with Demir, I think.
Demir hasn't let go of his hands since they were children.
Okay.
I could use some advice here, people. What should I do?
Kiss it.
Do you say that? Because Val could be just like,
We don't need to.
Oh, I'm
hurt
sorry. I think I
them.
was looking
This
at the
doesn't have to be a
wrong
fight.
chart for Erin's.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yours turns into Lish.
God fucking damn it.
I was just about to say, we don't want 2 Lishes. Fuck.
Hmm.
I can
Well,
think
they're
of
not-
at least one person in this party who wouldn't mind 2 lishes.
Well,
Is
they're
there like when looking at the beach, is there anything like behind the humanoids? Like, does the beach keep going, or does it end, or is there like
It
a
just
building
seems to be going on endlessly.
in both directions?
Yes.
Okay. And to the I'm looking at to the right of us, where the woods are, or grass is.
There seems to be little patches of dead grass, but it just seems to be more black sand.
Okay, and that just goes on endlessly as well.
Demir, I'd like you to roll a d10.
Oh boy. All right. That's cocked. That's a 9.
9. Okay. Let's see. Another Lish, this time in his Archfey form, appears.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, this is too many Lishes.
One was enough.
1 was more than enough.
Now we've got 2.5.
Oh no.
This one is obviously
No,
different from the one
3.5.
you know. This is Lish in his Archfey form.
Inside you, there are 2 wolves.
Inside you, there are 2 minks. Excuse you.
that sounds like a fun evening.
You just get all the different Lishes lined up.
Rogues Gallery.
Well, they're not doing anything. other
No,
than
they're
staring
all
at
just
us.
watching you guys.
Lishes like
They're not even blinking. It's kind of fucked up.
I mean,
I mean, so that's
honestly,
fucked
that's
up for
what I
Hawk.
expect from Arch
Well,
Baelish.
but-
So, like, that's not really that spooky. This is expected.
Let's see. Levy, you're back. Roll a d10 for me, please.
Lish is like, I'm not sure if this is a dream or a nightmare.
I'll say we don't have to fight them.
3.
And then he's gonna look at Lish and say, "But we will if we have to."
Yeah, I got 3.
Yeah. Yours turns into the World Shifter.
Oh,
Man,
hello.
What?
I have to make this your professor. Okay. Anyways, just she's just blinking at it like, why is he here?
And it is like looking at Lish for permission to kill the Lishes if he has to.
I don't think you can get that from just a look.
Yeah.
there can only be one.
Just kind of like, okay. This is
I'll
my
just,
first
like-
rodeo.
I don't have the pay grade for this. What am I supposed to be doing?
You get paid?
It's obvious. It's a 3-step plan. You get paid, you get laid, you get Gatorade. Like,
You guys get step 3?
Well, we
Alk's
can
just
do it.
like,
like
You're
one of
getting
those
laid?
things. We can do the get laid part. I don't know if anybody brought Gatorade or money, so
Why would you make juice out of an alligator? That sounds disgusting.
Demir's okay with getting laid right now.
Of course she is.
There are 3 of
There's
her
3
husbands
wishes.
right now. She's fine with it.
Still children, or did I?
No,
No, we're
on
adults
child-
now.
We're on child.
Okay, sick. Cool.
We just got chased
mirror
by the big
upstairs
bad
got
owl
shattered,
bear.
and we turned back. See, my cat's helping us.
Whoa, adulthood be upon ye.
Yikes! Hate this.
Yeah.
Transition speed run. Go.
She already did that. She did the cheats. Cheats any percent.
Hag assisted speedrun.
Oh shit, yeah.
She really did get the back alley gender affirming surgery, huh?
Listen, it wasn't a good choice, but it was a choice.
Hi everybody, I'm Dr.
Yeah,
Nick.
there's just their professor friend right in front of her, I guess, and she's just like,
Lish,
What do I do with these?
Lish is gonna be like, probably don't grab any of them by their shirt fronts. I don't think we want to fight me and them. There's too many of me. That'd be a lot of owls.
Demir is going to like still gripping Lish's hand, so kind of pulling him along, like start to approach, like see if I can like walk past the Lishes while holding my Lish.
Lish is like not taking his eyes, like ever since Archfey Lish appeared, he's been like glowering a bit.
They're all just watching you.
Just
They're not
watching
moving
everybody.
or anything.
They're watching everyone.
But they're not like moving to do anything with us. They're just watching us.
Not yet.
Okay, I think maybe we can just walk past them.
Can we
About
go a wide turn around them? Just give them plenty of space, you know?
I agree.
Once you start going past a certain distance, they all start following you.
Oh no. Okay.
Who knew that extra luscious could be so creepy?
Can we help you?
What do you want?
They're all just watching.
I don't like this.
If they're not doing anything to us, then what does it matter if they're following?
Yeah, Aaron is repeating under his breath, don't attack unless they attack. Don't attack unless they attack. Don't attack unless they attack.
Wait a second. Could they know where Poet is?
They do, they're not saying anything.
Fuck it. Levy's going to give a polite nod to the professor and go, "Hello." Just greet him.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Kel tilts his head to the side and looks at you. Blinks slowly.
I don't like it.
Doesn't seem like they can talk or anything.
They turn to us and people we know or knew. Do you think these could be the same kind of thing that was at that dinner party?
You mean friends of the guy that we killed?
These
The
don't.
thing
Couple
is,
of them start
though-
looking at you, Valk.
The thing is, though, the ones at the party spoke with us.
Yeah, which
How
sort of
much
has me
more?
confused.
They were much more
They're
active.
There also wasn't any that were us.
Hmm.
true. These might be a different species of dream thing. There are a lot of species on the normal plane.
The prime material plane, but yeah.
That, yeah.
It
Aaron
could
has not
also
known
just
the
be
word
fucking
before
with
now.
us.
Is there a direction we can go? Other than, well, I guess anywhere?
Past them, I suppose. That's where the mirror's going.
Aaron's-
She's just gonna keep holding on to Lisha's hand, her Lisha's hand, and just like keep walking down the beach.
All right. They're still following.
She's ignoring them.
Aaron's going to look over to the body of water there, orbiting, and be like, I can think of a direction it'd be unconventional to go in.
Tobias looks to Aaron and says, "If you go, I go."
Levy's
Oh.
kind of meeting back with the creatures.
Question. Oh, sorry. Has it been an hour?
In the context of the dream or in real life?
In context of the spell that I casted while I was a child.
Oh, not yet.
Okay.
Almost.
So Valk kind of quietly goes between the party members and refreshes the spell on the thing.
Okay. Levy, what were you doing?
She was actually gonna walk with, kinda hang back with whatever creatures are there, possibly ill-advised, but she is very, very curious. And she's gonna try and drum up some kind of conversation with Aldrich, kind of go, you just kind of ask, oh, hey, what's been going on? What's
What language?
you know what? That's an excellent question. It's a dream thing, so I think she'll just default to Quarry for now.
All right. Once you start speaking in Quarry, he starts responding to you.
Also in Quarry?
For the moment, but then he switches to Common. What kind of things are you saying?
Just kind of making small talk, honestly, like, hey, how have you been? Like, long time no see.
I haven't been too terrible, to be honest with you.
What?
I haven't been too terrible, to be honest with you. I've been mostly doing my research.
That's good. Sounds more relaxing than what we've been doing.
Yes, your friend mentioned that you were visiting the Plane of Dreams. That sounds rather dangerous.
It's been all right, all things considered.
Well, as long as you're being careful, I suppose.
Oh, we're careful as can be, considering.
So you guys are just chit-chatting.
Literally just chit chatting.
All right.
Should I? I feel like I should be making an Arcana check right now.
I mean, what would you be checking?
Just see if I mean, this Plain Dreams is her jam. I feel like she's done research on it. Maybe she might have heard of a creature like this before. Read about one.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check.
It goes fuck. Oh fuck yeah. Okay, 26.
26. You don't know the specifics of it, but you do know that there are various denizens of the Plane of Dreams. You know that there are things called dream fragments that can take shape. And then there are more powerful beings there as well.
Okay. Just making sure I heard you right. Because I was looking for a pen. And I'm still discombobulated from that mirror breaking upstairs. They're just dream creatures, and they're really good at shape-shifting.
That's your hypothesis.
Cool. All right.
They take shape based on the memories of the people around them.
But they're different from the ones before?
They could be the same ones.
All right. Well, filing all of that away, I guess.
I mean, you killed one of them, but the same type of creature, possibly.
Yeah, I don't want to have to kill more people that Levy cares about, you know?
Aaron and Toby, you're going to walk into the ocean?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what you're actually doing?
You look around to the rest of the group to see if anyone but Toby would come with him.
I mean, Lish will walk into the sea. Sure, why not?
Great. Yeah, and he'll just call back to Levy. We're gonna try going in the ocean.
Now hold on. Just dawned on me.
Is that a good idea?
My concern, out of character, my concern is we tried doing this and then just because of how shit works, we'll fucking drown and that'll just cause problems for everyone else. We could try to just walk at least a short distance, maybe up to our knees just to see if it does anything. The creatures react at all, or
that's a good idea. Yeah, just
that way we're not going too deep, but it's at
cautiously.
least just to see if we can actually see anything in the water either.
Drowning would disrupt the dream.
I will
Yeah,
say
but it could
that-
also disrupt our lives.
I will say that as you've been walking along the shore, the landscape has been repeating to an extent, and it's very unsettling. When you walk into the water, the creatures do not seem to follow you.
So it sounds like we have a safe spot to try conversing with them from.
Tobias is gonna scoop up some of the water in his hands and like cup it, and then walk towards one of the creatures. He won't splash it on them, but he'll just kind of like hold it.
Which
To see if
one?
they-
There's Aldrich, there's many Lishes, and then there's an extra hawk. And there's also Jamie.
He will walk up to I guess the which Lish is our Lish?
You don't know.
I know.
The one holding Demir's hand.
And which one
he
is
let
that
go
on the
of your
map?
hand to go into the water.
Oh shit!
Well,
He's
One.
going into the water.
Towards the water, anyway.
Okay, that at
there's-
least tells me.
Yeah.
So Bias will walk up to Jamie since he's the closest,
Okay.
and he approaches calmly, and he just like has some of the ocean water just like cupped in his hands.
Okay.
Does Jamie react at all or do anything?
No, he kind of just like looks down at the water in your hand, and looks up at you.
Bryce waits a few moments and he's like, okay. And then he just, drops the water, lets it splash over the ground and over their feet or whatever, because he's like, it's not doing anything.
All right. Demi, you're sitting next to Archfalish now, who's just looking at you.
Yeah, she's kind of looking back a little. And
Definitely giving you those bedroom eyes.
oh boy.
Which one is this? The Archfey one or the
Yeah.
From what you can make out, because there's no pupils.
Yeah. It's more in the eyebrows.
It's a very eyebrow heavy communication system we've got going here.
So what you're saying is they're making the Pixar face, no, the DreamWorks face.
I was about to say the DreamWorks face. Lars, get out of my brain.
Demir Archfey Lish reaches towards you and just gently puts his hand on your face.
Lish is coming out of the water.
She's going to in Sylvan it's a shame that you're not real.
And who says I'm not? Says in Sylvan.
Oh, now you're talking. Do you know how to get out of here?
Not sure why I'd want to leave.
We're looking for. Can you help us?
Roll a persuasion check.
Get away from my wife.
That's not. Okay. Oh my god, why is everything taking so long? A persuasion check? That is a 21.
Well, those who come here usually wake up eventually.
That's true. But he hasn't. So we need to find him.
Could be that he's being kept somewhere.
Possibly. Where would someone be?
Well, usually the wakeful dreamers, they make their way to a specific dreamwalker. He kind of brushes your hair out of your face so that he can look at you better. Real Lish, what are you doing about that?
Storming Normandy is what he's doing.
Lish, like, get away from my wife, you dreamy skank.
You handsome motherfucker,
You
get away
handsome
from my wife.
motherfucker. If this was any other dream, it would be fine, but it's not this dream.
Demir is going to
Can I
reach
get
up
up? Yeah.
to Archfey Lish's face and just kind of cup his face with her hand and just like, can't you help us, please, Bebe?
Oh my god!
He kind of just chuckles and says, well, you all are almost there anyways. You'll see soon.
Okay. That's good. Good. Guys. I think that Toby and Erin are onto something. I think the ocean might be the way to go.
I see you there. Tobias walks back to the ocean with Aaron.
Aaron will hold out a
Just-
hand for Toby to take when he gets there.
Taking Demir's hand, like, and kind of gives Archfey Lish kind of like a little nod.
He just raises an eyebrow and looks at you.
My wife.
Our wife.
Kind of like
Comrade.
teeth a little bit, like, I'll see you soon, and fucking drags, well, doesn't like drag, but like urges her to come to the water.
All right. So you all go into the water.
I imagine it's quite easy for the heavy robot that can't swim. But yes, Hawk will go that way at least. He seems a little more eager to get away from the Jamie impersonator this time.
All right.
Evie is like, I don't want to work. She's just
Alright.
standing there like, I'm sure about this one. If you listen closely, she is muttering to herself under her breath in Corey, but she definitely sounds like she's trying to psych herself up to walk into the fucking water.
Tobias will, holding Aaron's hand still, hold out his other hand to Levy.
Big deep breath, squares up her shoulders, takes his hand, goes. It's just like, we're all right.
All right.
Before we get too far into the water, Demir is going to look back at the two Lishes and give them a little wave.
They wave back.
Oh.
All right. So, once you are all fully submerged, you find yourself somewhere else. the world around you does seem to be becoming a little more unstable. And at first, it looks like you've landed in a monastery of some sort, one that is familiar to Valk. The space is pristine and it is empty. Then the world around you seems to flicker and it's no longer so pristine and no longer so empty. The walls around you have crumbled and been worn down by time. There are two people fighting in the middle of the room. They seem to be sparring, and several more of those creatures are apparently observing them. One man has darker skin and a full beard, and he is wielding a very fine rapier in the sparring match. The other is the same man who sat at the table before with golden eyes and long hair. Let me pull the map over. And these two men just seem to be sparring one another. And it's an interesting sort of fight. The man with the rapier over here, he seems to be quick despite his broad shoulders and seeming to rely more on his swiftness within this fight. But Eowyn seems to be relying more on brute strength. And as these two are fighting, these creatures seem to be watching them fight until their heads all snap towards your group all at once.
Oh, I don't like that.
Who's broad-shouldered man?
Don't know. But I mean, there's only one person that it could be.
Yeah, this
Related
token right
to.
here was the same one that's used for Aeolin, so this guy's got to be the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the dude is, but
I do.
token's him at least.
Oh. So this is a Lish person.
Nope.
Nope.
Alerson.
Well, does Valk recognize him?
No.
Okay.
Does anyone recognize this man?
Roll an insight check.
He's got a turban.
A giveaway. Yeah, on the inside too.
Insight. That
There
would
it is.
be 24.
24.
17 for me.
So do we beat
10.
Demir?
16. over
Demir,
here.
are you trying to hide that you recognize him, or?
Yeah, who be a 22?
I did.
This is a perception.
Yeah,
Insight.
Oh, here. let me roll. Nope.
yeah,
could probably
Demir
hazard a
recognizes this man, and is she like very much like when we first kind of passed through that Marhabi hall, has kind of stopped dead and is just like
Lish, I'd
And
like you to roll a
actually-
d10.
One.
1. All right.
It's me again.
Nope, not quite.
It's your
Tobias.
It's Tobias.
Mhm.
Whoa.
So this one turns into Toby.
Toe beans.
Toby. Toby.
And they're all just still watching you.
Creepy motherfuckers.
Lish kind of looks to Demir, who's frozen in his grip, and leans down and is like, "You know him? That one there? With the hat?"
She just kind of nods, not saying anything, and is very rapidly looking around the monastery, trying to find any doors or windows or...
The walls are all crumbled around you. This is the best map I could find. But I mean, you can't really see anything beyond the walls. It's odd. You know that there is stuff there. Your mind is comprehending it, but you can't really see beyond it. Levy, I'd like you to roll a d10.
While Levy does that, I have questions. The Valk recognizes this place, right?
Yes.
Is it in the same condition that she recognizes it as?
No.
So
It's in ruins.
It's in ruins of a place that I recognized.
Yes.
I got a 9.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Archivist Varhasa appears.
She!
Her. I'll be right back, by the way.
She's just gonna go, oh, and then say hello in Elvish. Just, hi! It's Varhasa!
Well, I'm glad you all could make it. You all could understand her. She was speaking in common. What are you all doing?
When Varhasa says, "I'm glad you all could make it," Tobias will let's see. Tobias will go up to her, like stand next to Levy and ask her, so what's going on here?
Well, we're watching the sparring match. The contestants, in case you didn't know, there's Chief Eowyn and King Said.
King Said kind of raises a brow at that.
My father.
Valk just visibly just
Lish just makes a noise and raises his brow.
And
Aaron will
what
volunteer.
exactly? Aaron will volunteer for.
Aaron volunteers as tribute. Aaron will volunteer, and we decided grandfather, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and Aaron will volunteer, and my grandfather.
Lish, I'd like you to roll a d10.
Oh no, again. Hey.
Tobias will ask Varhasa, what happens after the duel ends?
Lish, you got 8. All right. Okay.
Valk would know the answer to that, right?
Not necessarily. It's dream logic, and Varhasa kind of thinks for thinks for a moment and says, I'm not quite sure. As this guy appears.
That's a nice mustache.
He looks more fey and made of bark than that picture, but that's the best one I have.
I have this other one of him, but it's not as good.
Valk chimes in. Depends upon if it's a exhibition match or if this is a series of training matches.
I believe this is more of a training match. She kind of glances their way.
Well, then it depends upon who's next on the docket.
Depends on who wins, I suppose.
That too.
But this match has been going on for a few days now.
Lish kind of looks like he's got the wind knocked out of him again, just a little bit. Just looking. And he looks at Demir to see what Demir's reaction if she notices him.
Yeah, she recognizes him and just kind of gives Lish a little hand squeeze and is like, none of this is real. None of this is real.
So, Lish takes a steadying breath.
Hawk, I'd like you to roll a d10.
I forgot that Zoom remembers the last thing you hit, so when I hit spacebar to unmute, instead turn my camera off. Fun. That's a D20, hang on. I was about to say 18 and then realized, that's more than 10. Okay, the actual roll is 3.
3. All right. Let's see. Aldrich shows up again.
Another one.
Chosen one. Lish is gonna keep hold on to Demir's hand and walk towards. Well, he'll say out loud. He'll just be like, "Erenshur."
He looks over towards you and kind of just stands at attention.
I'm surprised that you are not the one fighting in this dream.
It is my hope to be up next, but we will have to see.
Lish
A
just
friend of
grins.
yours?
What I would do that this was not a dream.
So this is a friend of yours.
I'm afraid that is the way of things, my lord.
Aaron and
Definitely
looked over at
more or
Lish.
less than a friend.
Okay. That him and says, is he someone we're gonna have to fight?
Lish just kind of looks at Aaron like, certainly hope not.
What if the way forward is to stop the door?
Balk, I'd like you to roll a d10.
Okay. 3.
All right, hold on. Have to scroll to get to your chart. I made personalized charts for everyone. Okay.
Aw.
All right. So, someone you'd actually expect to be here appears.
Yay.
Tyr, the god himself, is here.
This is Thermar Waterstone, an old dwarf who taught you how to use your warhammer.
Yay!
Dwarf.
That's one of my backstory people that I was actually fond of.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey.
He's
Yeah.
he's a tough old guy. He's got a sense of humor, but like that's very rough. You know him, you like him, you love him.
So I just straight up, and just kind of hustle over and just start shooting the shit and like deconstructing the combat as it's going.
Well, it's good to see you again. It's been
always a
quite
pleasure.
a while. Been a few years.
Yeah, I've been doing things on my own. As you can see, I've found a band of adventurers, and well, we're currently dealing with a problem in the dreamscape.
Well, you can see that things have changed around the temple, but we're doing our best to keep things going, and kind of gestures towards the battle that's going on.
Yeah, I just came across some funds. If I knew it was this bad, I would have donated up above.
That'd be most appreciated.
This is like the easiest going and happiest you've probably ever seen Valk, as a point of reference to everyone. Just
Oh, that's nice.
a nerd with the teacher that they're the favorite of.
Eowyn and King Saeed are still fighting against each other in the middle there.
And it doesn't look like either of them are going to be given in.
No, it doesn't even look like either of them are tired.
Okay. You mentioned the walls were crumbling and then like we couldn't really perceive what was beyond the walls. Is there like a gap or a part where the wall is low enough and stuff that someone could maybe climb over?
I mean, you'd have to do an athletics check.
Or fly.
I'm willing to do an athletics check just to see. Is it like this section of the wall, here's that one fine to try, or any particular section that's like lower than the others?
I'd say like right here. Yeah.
Okay. Tobias will hit. There he goes. Tobias will head over to that wall, and I'll give the athletics check a try just to see if he can like climb over. Because if the duel looks like it's not going to be ending anytime soon, then an 11.
11, you very awkwardly and uncomfortably reach the top of the wall and then immediately fall over the other side. And you just keep falling for like a minute.
You just hear like the party just, if they're all distracted, they just might hear some scrabbling sounds and then they just hear, whoa! And then it just trails off and silence.
Like,
You end up landing here and you take you got lucky. Like 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you just land and fall prone.
Yeah, you clipped outside of the map and you got dropped at the spawn point.
Tobias falls, but also just hear, "Ah!"
Tobias?
I think
And Aaron went over there.
yeah,
He, like lays on the floor. He's like,
The
Don't-
Wilhelm scream.
It
climb
was one of the-
over the wall. It's like, I checked the walls. Can't get out that way.
yeah, I think
I don't
Huck,
know.
who's like actively looking for like how they could proceed, like saw Toby do that, like saw him go away and was like, oh well, maybe he found it out. Like maybe started to approach, and then he hears Toby land loudly behind him. He's like, and he rushes over too.
Aaron will help Toby up and use a healing hand on that.
Levy's gonna look over her shoulder, see that Aaron's got Toby, and go back to her total, like, she's definitely nerding out with Barhasa right now.
Demir is going to go over to Toby and like
Real Toby or doppelganger Toby, who's just standing in the corner and watching.
the Toby that dropped from the ceiling.
Okay.
And make sure that he is okay.
How much did the healing hands do?
That's 9, I think. We're level 9.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Pretty good.
Tobias looking like a breathless. Thank you. See, gets up, dusts himself off. It's like, okay.
Perhaps we should break up the fight.
That's what I was thinking earlier, yes.
Winner.
The other thought was perhaps we vault a window again, but Toby just proved that's not the case.
What's the usual way that we would go from the temple to like the student quarters or whatever?
Usually out this way, but a pillar has fallen over the entrance.
Val kind of leans back from her conversation with the dwarf. It's like the usual way was where that pillar's fallen over, if you want to try that, but I'm watching the fight.
Tobias, can I have him, once he's dusted himself off, he's gonna walk up to his copy of himself, kind of like just stand in front of him, looking at him and stuff, like scrutinizing, and then he asks, "What do you do here? What's your purpose here? What is," and he like gestures to all of his double.
What do you mean? And it's very weird having your own voice talking back to you.
I'm trying to like think the best expression that I could use to describe like Tobias's face, or this like image to describe Tobias's expression, would either be like Winnie the Pooh reading the letter, where he's just like squinting, or like the I think it's like Shakespeare or something, whatever, like reading that letter where it's like looking concerned and then looking closer.
I think that's Edgar Allan Poe.
Or Edgar Allan Poe, that's what it was.
The other Toby is kind of looking at you apprehensively, like he's not entirely sure why you're talking to him, and he's not entirely sure if you're planning on hurting him or not.
At looking at the other Tobias's demeanor and stuff, Tobias initially appears a little annoyed before it kind of dawns on him, oh, this is how I would feel. And he's kind of settles down a little bit, and he asks the other Tobias, do you know what the purpose of these rooms are? You know what we're supposed to do?
The rooms in the monastery? Kind of like glances around and then looks back at you.
No, not the monastery. These dreams.
Roll a persuasion check.
That's a 17.
17. I'm not sure that there is a purpose to how you dream. It just is.
You share the same feelings as me, correct?
I think so.
Then we both know how much finding poet means to Levy, correct?
Yes.
Would you help us?
Kind of pauses and then looks towards the fight and looks back to you and says, "It is a battle of leaders. One could be tagged out, one could be traded. But once defeated, you will be closer to your goal."
Tobias will put a comforting / reassuring hand on the other Tobias's shoulder and say, "Thank you."
Kind of just nods.
Tobias is going to go over to back to the group, specifically over to Aaron, and say, "It's a battle of leaders. One of them can be tagged out or traded. But once that duel ends, we'll move forward."
Okay.
Val
So that's
perks up duel.
I don't mind losing at leadership, conceding being a leader. Though, would that be to the king or to the chief?
Tobias is going to put a reassuring hand on Aaron's shoulder and say, "Whatever you choose to do, and whatever the outcome may be, maybe you'll still have us. We got this."
Yeah. Okay. I guess in a way I've been preparing for this my whole life. And he's gonna walk over.
Before you
mhm.
do, I am going to buff you somehow. I'm just double checking which buff is best. Okay, that would be handy. Do I have anything better for you? I think that's the best I can do for you. If you're going in, at which point she kind of walks up to you and does religious things. Whack. Have a bless. Enjoy.
Oh, awesome.
You can add a D4 to an attack or a saving roll once per round.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, no, it's not once per round. It's whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a D4 and add the number rolled to the attack or the saving roll.
Oh, just every time?
Yep. Have fun.
Jeez.
It's only a
Damn.
minute, but
But that's all right. Still like 10. Thank you, Volk. Oh,
so the real
Well-
question is, are you battling your grandfather or Demir's dad?
yep. This is the question.
Actually, as you
Mhm.
you step forward, you see your grandfather look towards you, and King Said takes a step back, and he walks towards the edge of the circle.
Okay. Well, this would happen someday, I guess. So I thought it'd be more metaphorical than this.
This is about as metaphorical as it gets.
When Levy notices
a
that
dream.
Aaron's fucking gone up, she's gonna go, wait, just 1 second. She's gonna run up. She's gonna give him a fucking hearty pat on the shoulder, and she's gonna cast Stone Skin on him.
All right.
Oh my god, okay.
Buff the barbarian.
Super buffing Aaron for a fight he's okay with losing.
We love to see it.
Just because he's okay with it, with losing, doesn't mean that he has to get fucking murked.
True.
So, Aaron now has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna go, oh, well.
You got this, and she's gonna run back to stand by Marhasa.
All right.
Aaron will say under his
Um,
breath, it feels like we're all fighting this.
Demir, your dad walks up to you.
Demir kind of blinks a little and just like, Papa?
It is good to see you again. I've missed you.
Hawk's gonna stray a little close, but he won't say or do anything else.
Yeah, Lish will also drift closer.
The entire party's just like,
Wait, forget the fight. It's family jewel over here too.
the fight. Demir's dropping backstory.
Aaron's got this. We need to find out more about this secretive girl.
Demir just kind of looks a little surprised and then taken aback and just kind of I know that's not true, but thank you.
You have been away for a long time, but I am glad to see that you are doing well.
Good to see you too. She's just going to look away and see Lish and just and goes over to him.
Okay.
Lish is like, aren't you going to introduce me?
Meeting the parents.
Trial run.
Baba, this is King Serafine, my husband.
It is a pleasure to meet you. You are treating my daughter well.
Yes.
You are making her happy.
I certainly hope so.
And it just nods. All right. So with that, Aaron, I'd like you to roll for initiative.
While
boy, all right.
while Aaron's rolling initiative, Levy's got one hand rested on Farhas's arm where she's sat in her wheelchair because she's standing beside her.
Mhm.
And with a glance to Toby, possibly definitely a kind of the best she could do is kind of a half-assed attempt to catch his eye and a nod in his direction. I'm just like, I'm about to do something really quick. Because she wants to watch Aaron's back, so she wants all of the non-party entities within arm's reach. She's gonna beckon the other Toby over by offering her hand to him.
The real Toby or other Toby?
The other one.
Okay. Roll persuasion check.
Sick.
And Aaron, what did you get for initiative?
Natural 20 for a
Oh.
total of 22.
22. Okay. That's fine. Grampy got 24 because he got a
God
natural
fucking
19.
damn it!
Well, that's an 11.
Other Toby kind of looks at you very, very softly in the way that real Toby sometimes does, and kind of just gently shakes his head.
She's gonna nod and kind of zero in on watching Aaron's back while the fight goes, because she doesn't want him to be caught off guard with anything in case shit goes south and these doppelgangers want to fuck
Okay.
around and find out.
Tobias will be watching the fight closely as well.
Grandpa goes first. So that's a total of 10 to hit. I think that misses.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Okay, your turn.
All right. He's gonna rage first of all.
All right.
Yeah. And then good old battle axe. He's
Yeah, and you guys notice that it's the same battle axe that they're both using. It's kind of wild.
he's gonna say, sorry for freaking out at you before. And then that'll be does a 23 hit?
Oh, well, I'll have to check. Yes.
That's with the D4, right? Or is it actually higher?
Does a 25 hit?
That one oddly does not.
Damn.
Anyway, you have a minute of that, so 10
Minute
rounds.
to win it.
All right.
All right. And that'll be a 5 plus 6, 7. That'll be 7 damage
Okay.
on our first hit.
All right. Second hit.
Second hit. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And 22 hits.
Yes.
Perfect. That'll be ooh. 2, 3, 4. And that one will just be 4 damage.
Okay.
Wait. 5 damage.
All right. That means it's Grampy's turn.
And he's got his freaking, what's it called? He's got the ancestral protection on him.
Mm-hmm. So that's a 17 to hit.
That'll miss.
All right.
All right.
All right, your turn.
Ooh. First one will be a 1, 2, 3, 4. First one will be a 10 to hit.
That misses.
And second will be a 15.
15?
Mhm.
Misses.
Trap. All right. And that'll be his turn.
All right. Grampy. That's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. So you take 10 slashing damage, and these counts do count as magical, I'm afraid.
All right. So no stone skin, but I do get my normal rage resistance.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Noted.
How is Aaron looking, by the way?
He's looking fine. He's winded. He's definitely feeling hits, but he's nowhere near dropping yet.
And Grandpa?
I mean, Grandpa does not look like he was hurt at all by the king. Nor does the king look hurt himself, actually.
But Aaron's doing an all right job, or is it just like fighting a brick wall?
Aaron's doing a good job.
Okay. Because
Aaron's landed some hits.
I can cheat, so
Can you?
yes I can.
With your dwarf friend watching.
I don't care, it's a dream.
What is the other honor, Valkyria? Shut up, dream.
Anyway, it was Grampy's turn. I believe.
Fuck, was it?
I mean, I think you just missed both times.
Yeah.
I would like
he's-
to give him a hit, please. What did you roll?
God, last round.
Or this round?
If it's my turn, let me. Oh, okay. That'll be a critical.
Well, didn't you just miss though?
No.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
like no, I'm giving him a
This is-
plus 10 on one of his hits
Okay.
that are most likely to hit.
Okay.
Okay. That would have been. I think I got a 15. So
And that's with the
a-
D4 still, right?
Yep, that's with the default.
Okay, then have a 25. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Great.
Damage.
All right.
So Val just kind of
25
goes,
hit that.
at which point the axe, instead of like swinging slightly wide, just whack.
Awesome. That'll be a 7 damage.
7 damage.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
I keep on forgetting to add in my rage shit.
All right. So that means it's Grampy's turn. 13 plus so that's a dirty 20.
That'll
Oh,
hit.
sorry, 21. So 13 slashing damage.
Got it.
Your turn.
All right. That'll be a. That'll be a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Shocking. All right. And that'll be 7. That'll be 11 damage.
All right.
And then for his second hit, that'll be a 15, a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Awesome. And that'll do 14 damage.
All right.
And then Aaron's gonna use his second wind.
Okay.
For just 3 hit points.
I mean, it's something.
It's something. Little bit of walking around HP.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Grampy's turn. That's a total of 10, so that misses. Your turn again.
Awesome. And that's 10, 14. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
That'll be 8
Eowyn
damage.
looks like he's been taking damage, by the way. How
All
much?
right.
How much is that?
8.
Okay.
And then I think he's gonna do Reckless on the next one, which will cancel out his ancestral protection. So that's 9, 13, 15 plus 4. Does a 17 hit?
17 misses.
All right. And that'll end his turn.
All
I
right.
guess there was no reason to do Reckless.
Bulk cheering as the fight goes on, just loving the shit out of it.
So ancestral protection means I have disadvantage.
Yep, but that's
Reckless
counteracted
means it
with the
cancels
Reckless.
out.
Yep.
I
So
just
this'll
got
be
a
straight
natural
roll.
20.
God fucking damn it. All right.
That's okay. I rolled shit for damage. So you take 6 slashing damage.
All right. That'll take my temporary hit points. All right. Aaron will be a 16 plus. Yes. That'll be a 20 to hit.
Yep. Roll
All right.
damage.
That'll be 13 damage.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna do Reckless. That'll be a 24 plus. That'll be a 26 to hit.
That hits.
For just 6 damage.
Okay. I mean, he's looking hurt.
All right.
All right. His turn again. And then that's 15 to hit.
That'll miss.
All right. Your turn again.
All right. That'll be a 16, 20. That'll be a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
6 damage. Again.
All right. He's not looking too good.
And then, that's a 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just 14 on the second one, so that'll miss.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
All right. His turn. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
So you take 5 slashing damage.
Whip. All right.
All right, your turn.
All right. That'll first attack's gonna miss. Yeah, first attack's gonna miss. So he'll do reckless for the second.
Okay.
Which gets him up to a 25.
25 hits.
For 7 damage.
Ooh, he's looking real rough.
Nice.
All
Nice.
right. So his turn. That's a straight roll again. That misses.
All right.
All right, your
That'll
turn.
be awesome.
Demir is going to, like, from the sideline, like, go Aaron, and give you inspiration.
Okay.
Awesome.
True friends
That'll
rig duels for
be-
each other.
That'll be that'll be a 30 to hit.
Yeah, no, I'll have to check.
Oh my god. And station next, that was weird. That'll be 11 damage.
Describe how you kill him.
Awesome. Yeah. Aaron Zach's up and say, when I step down and then slash his legs out from under him.
All right. As he falls, the other people disappear. And so does the floor around all of you. And you are all falling. Air is rushing all around you. And you realize none of you have any equipment on you, but you seem to be in a colder area. Looking around as you fall, there seems to be a snowy landscape with a camp far below you. And you can tell that there's that's a camp because there's a glimmering speck of what may be a campfire. You are all just falling together.
Is the ground coming up any fast on us?
I mean, so you seem to be way up, and you are going. You're approaching the ground, but you have a couple rounds.
Well, no equipment. I'm boned.
Yeah.
I don't suppose the snow's deep enough that we survive.
Lish is wild shaping.
All right, what do you wild shape into?
Board. A board.
All right.
The boards that I have. Probably a giant eagle. Let's see.
No offense to anybody else, but mostly because I have no idea who's in reach right now, Livy is going to spend her last 4th level slot on stone skinning herself.
Okay.
Valid.
Lish is going giant eagle. And if you can grab somebody, if there's enough time, he will grab Demir or whoever's closest to him. I think that they were still holding hands, so.
Okay. It was a very Ghibli scene. You're holding each other and falling.
Yeah.
I can go back to there. You can go.
I was going to say, Demir has Featherfall prepped, so once we are when the ground is getting closer, she's going to cast Featherfall on. I believe she'll get everyone if she and Lish are taken care of. So she can Featherfall up to 5 people. So
Okay.
Is Tobias near anyone?
Yeah, you're pretty close to Lish.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it's based on the position of stuff.
You try and land on his back. We're not falling very fast.
Has everyone been covered for in terms of like falling, I guess? Because you said Featherfall covers like 5 people, right?
yeah, so since Lish has Demir on his back, Hawk, Levy, Toby, Aaron, and Volk would have been got by the Featherfall.
Okay. Then in that case, never mind. Yeah, they're all taken care of then.
Aaron, before we get everything sorted out, while things are still up in the air, literally, he's gonna spend his first turn or few of falling, thinking really hard about a giant mattress for them all to land on.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
All right. That is an 8.
An 8. Yeah, somewhere in the back of your head, you feel like someone is dead, and it's terrible, and the guilt is racking you.
Aaron spends the entire fall being like, oh my god, I just killed him.
Grandpapa, no!
Grandpapa, no.
All right. The ground is fast approaching you all. And now that you're closer, you can see that this is actually the Snow Spears camp. And as you fall, right before you impact, you find yourselves in an elegant marble room. Columns are stretching infinitely up into darkness, where you assume there's a ceiling somewhere. There's no pattern on the floor. Instead, there's simply light falling from a circular window, perfectly centered on the floor, though you cannot see the window above. There are different hallways around you, each one stretching into darkness, and on an elevated platform, there are 3 thrones, each of which are empty. None of you recognize this room. And I suppose that's where we can call session, since it's noon.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect
Yeah.
little starting point.
Fast, jeez.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
That's so fast! Oh my god!
We did spend
feel
an
like-
hour freaking out at the doppelgangers at the beach.
We were like, what the
That's
fuck?
valid.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Who dis? Oh no.
Bro,
I mean, there were
look at
3 Lishes.
50%
There were 3
panicking,
Lishes, that's pretty
50% being
traumatizing.
horny about Lishes.
Jesus Christ.
But thank you for playing, guys.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you
this is-
so much.
So awesome.
Force
Oh my God.
character development.
Fun and games, fun and games.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm thankful for all of you.
Aw.
Same.
Yeah. Thankful for-
I love you guys.
Pretty sure we're all thankful for each other here.
I'm thankful that I can take a nap.
Yes, that would be
Felt
All right,
that.
guys.
God, it's been a week.
Thank you.
Bye.
That
Okay.
we'll
Thank you so much.
we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
Bye.
See you guys around.